taking things that don't necessarily belong to you.
Little seizure boy won't try to rob somebody, huh? What you trying to steal?
$20 million.
Let's go get something to eat.
Hey there, fellow internet sleuths and scam busters. Welcome back to our channel, where today we're diving deep into the dark and deceitful world of scams. Get ready for a rollercoaster ride as we unveil the 7 biggest scammers of all time. These fraudsters have pulled off some of the most audacious cons in history, swindling billions of dollars from unsuspecting victims. But before we jump into the list, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update on our thrilling investigations. Bernie Madoff's $65 billion Ponzi scheme. Kicking off our list is none other than the infamous Bernie Madoff, whose $65 billion Ponzi scheme rocked the financial world. Operating under the facade of a reputable investment firm, Madoff duped countless investors, promising astronomical returns. Over several decades, he orchestrated this elaborate scam, causing immense financial devastation for many, including charities and celebrities who invested with him. When it all unraveled, it was revealed that there was never any legitimate investment, and Madoff's name became synonymous with financial fraud. He was ultimately sentenced to 150 years in prison, but the scars of his deception remain. Charles Ponzi's $20 million scheme. Next up, we have the man who lent his name to the infamous Ponzi scheme. Charles Ponzi promised investors incredible returns by exploiting arbitrage opportunities with international reply coupons. Ponzi's scheme is particularly notable because it was one of the earliest recorded Ponzi schemes. He enticed investors with the promise of doubling their money within 45 days, but in reality, he was using funds from new investors to pay off earlier ones. His fraudulent operation amassed $20 million in losses before it crumbled, leaving countless investors in financial ruin. Charles Ponzi's scheme not only defrauded individuals, but also exposed the lack of regulatory oversight in the early 20th century. Alan Stanford's $7 billion fraud. Alan Stanford makes our list with his audacious $7 billion fraud, masquerading as a charismatic billionaire entrepreneur. He lured investors into his web of deceit with promises of high-yield certificates of deposit, only to squander their investments on a lavish lifestyle while leaving their savings in tatters. Stanford's intricate scheme involved offshore accounts and fictitious investments, making it even harder for authorities to unravel. The impact of his fraud was felt across the globe as he swindled people from all walks of life. His lavish lifestyle, including a fleet of private jets and luxury yachts, was funded by the hard-earned money of his victims. Jordan Belfort's $200 million Wolf of Wall Street scam. Now let's talk about the Wolf of Wall Street himself, Jordan Belfort. His high-flying antics and pump-and-dump schemes defrauded investors of approximately $200 million. Belfort's story became a Hollywood sensation, but the real victims were the people who lost their savings. His brokerage firm, Stratton Oakmont, used aggressive and fraudulent tactics to inflate the value of stocks, only to sell them at a profit, leaving investors with worthless shares. Belfort's extravagant lifestyle included mansions, luxury cars, and extravagant parties, all funded by his fraudulent activities. Franco Bagnales' multi-million-dollar forgery. Spree Franco Bagnales' life story, famously portrayed in Catch Me If You Can, is a jaw-dropping tale of a master forger who scammed his way to $1 million. Bagnales' clever impersonations and counterfeit schemes netted him vast sums of money, leaving law enforcement baffled. His exploits included posing as a Pan Am pilot, a doctor, and even a lawyer, all while cashing fraudulent checks worth $1 million. Bagnales' ability to forge documents and identities highlighted the need for improved document security measures and identity verification processes. Enrons' $74 billion scandal. Our next entry, the Enrons scandal, is a stark reminder of corporate greed gone unchecked. Enrons executives engaged in accounting tricks and manipulated stock prices, ultimately defrauding investors and employees out of $74 billion. The fallout was catastrophic, leading to thousands losing their jobs and pensions. This corporate scandal shook the confidence of investors in the stock market and led to significant changes in corporate governance and accounting practices. Enron's deceitful accounting practices were so convoluted that even experienced investors and auditors were blindsided. Arthur Andersen's $100 billion enabler. You can't talk about Enron without mentioning Arthur Andersen, the auditing firm that turned a blind eye to the company's fraudulent practices. Their complicity in the scandal resulted in their downfall and the loss of over $100 billion for investors and stakeholders. Arthur Andersen's role in the Enron debacle showcased the importance of robust oversight and ethical auditing practices in the financial world. The firm's failure to maintain independence and integrity further eroded trust in the financial industry. And there you have it, folks, the top 7 biggest scammers of all time. These tales serve as cautionary reminders of the importance of due diligence and skepticism when it comes to your hard-earned money. Before you go, check out these thrilling videos right here. If you want to see more amazing content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button below. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so you never miss an adrenaline-packed episode.